Hello everyone, this is Revealing Light Tarot and I'm Marianne, and I wanted to take a couple of viewers' questions tonight, and I wanted to look at Florida again. The reason I want to look at Florida is because I feel that something is not right there. I have done a reading on this in relation to voter suppression, and as one of my viewers pointed out, the taking the voting machines physically away, that happened in various places, including Georgia. So, but in Florida, I just have a feeling something's really, really not right. So Gillum has now taken back his concession that he conceded to DeSantis. He's taken that back again, and there are votes coming in for him. And there's probably likely to be a different result coming forward there. So I want us to have a look as now when I did my last reading for Gillum, he got some, from memory, he got some pretty good cards. I thought it was really close, and a bit too close to call, but I actually did. I think I might have come out in the thinking that he might have won. But I do recall it was an extremely close call. In Florida, that's what was coming forward with these cards. And also for Rick Scott, I recall also that I saw something. I'll have to go back and listen to the readings, but I thought, what is he doing? He's doing something a little bit shady. So look, I'm not sure what's going on in Florida. I do know that Gillum is back in the race. So I wanted to read on that. And then I wanted to look at Matt Whitaker again, because again, I can't seem to, I actually don't think Whitaker will be there all that long. Something is actually not, we know is not right there. So let's have another look at those two things. So we'll start with Gillum and DeSantis. Let's go back to Florida. Let's go back to Florida to the voting, the counting. Is Gillum going to win this race? Is Gillum going to be victorious after all? Is Gillum going to be? I'm just getting the image of people being subjugated, like those old Art Deco, on the Sistine Chapel, those young children and babies that are actually being stomped on from some force coming from above. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, I just think that governor, that Rick Scott, oh gosh, I'm just getting that there's been a lot of money changing hands here, and, I'm not quite sure what it is. There's just something, I've just got this feeling that there's something awfully wrong in Florida. So, without further ado, let's have a look. Will Gillum be victorious? I don't know why I would get those religious issues either, those religious pictures. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is actually teamwork. It's commerce and it's expansion. Okay, so this seems to be suggesting that there were some pretty powerful moneyed forces coming in to that race, on Rick Scott's side. What are we going to? Yep. Okay, we'll do this. So that's the central card here. It's around money and commerce, and expansion. There seems to be. We asked if Gillum would be successful, and we've got the Sun card. What does this mean? This money. is could that also okay? As much and all as that's coming down there for DeSantis, is Gillum going to be helped as well in the to fight this to maybe take it to the courts? Well, we'll just let that sit. Things in the past, are happening have happened fairly quickly, and that would be his conceding before the votes were fully known. And then the King of Pentacles again, this money coming forward. And the King of Pentacles is, it's material success. Why is these money cards are coming forward? And then the Page of Pentacles again. This is like money news. Is that what we're getting here? Is that what money has been successful in swaying the result away from Gillum? That's what I'm getting. Okay, and I'm not sure what that means, but there's been some pretty powerful forces coming together. But I did ask if Gillum would win. I'll have to clarify the Page of Pentacles because these cards aren't successful. This is more saying that the moneyed interests have come forward, and they're likely to be successful. So it could be that DeSantis holds the governorship. That's what these cards might be saying. So the Page of Pentacles, is Gillum likely to take a victory? I think it's an uphill battle for him. No. Okay, so unfortunately what's happened in Florida is there's been a lot of some kind of issues around money has been brought to bear on this election, and I'm not sure, and I'm thinking that it's because I got that image of people being trampled on. It's almost like this money has been brought forward to try and, I won't say rig the results because I'm not getting a clear picture what this is. Let me think. Okay, so in relation to the money issues in Florida, okay, so I'm getting the image of a cloaked person. It's the magician. So this is suggesting that there has been some tricks there. What is that? Yeah, well, see, I got that religious. Okay. Are the evangelicals in Florida? Is there something to do with that? So because I'm actually seeing someone in front of a pulpit and preaching in a church, and I got that church image as well. What's happening there in that, in this, with the evangelicals in Florida? What are they doing there? I don't know. Are they suppressing the vote? I'm not sure. There's a connection there with the evangelicals. It's to do with money. Big money's been given, and that has taken victory away from Gillum. So I'm sorry. I seem to think that these moneyed interests have been quite successful, and that could mean the loss for Gillum. But look, I may be wrong because I did get the success card there for Gillum, but my intuition is just thinking that it might be DeSantis, that card might have come forward for whatever was done in relation to money and religion, and might have swayed things in DeSantis's favour, and that might stick. But I hope I'm wrong, viewers. I really hope I'm wrong. Okay, on this one. All right, now let's have a look at Matt Whitaker. I want to ask if he's going to be the acting Attorney General for very long. Now, what we've got to remember with Matt Whitaker, he wasn't confirmed by the Senate. He's actually there illegally. So, this is the Department of Justice, for God's sake, and he's there illegally because he hasn't been confirmed by the Senate. Okay, so George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's husband, who is a constitutional expert lawyer, has come out in a tweet and said that it's actually Whitaker is there illegally. So Trump might be overseas in America at the moment, but I think he's going to come. We haven't heard the last of Whitaker. I don't know why he thought he could just put Whitaker in there, and this is the actions of an autocrat. This is a demagogue who's had a huge hit, who's incredibly desperate, and has just taken this action unilaterally without reference to the law. So, will Matt Whitaker stay there, or will he be gone shortly? Is Matt Whitaker going to keep that acting role? Matt Whitaker. Is Matt Whitaker? I'll just be there for very long. Okay, so what I'm getting is that indeed he won't be there very long. He's there for a purpose to get information on the Mueller probe, and almost like the spy, and he's only keeping the seat warm there for someone else, and that someone else is going to probably be brought forward, I won't say reasonably quickly, but because they may have to go through the Senate, or it could indeed be someone like Lindsey Graham, because I'm getting a flash of Lindsey. Okay, this is his payoff for supporting Trump. Horrible man. Okay, so let's have a look. Will Matt Whitaker be there for very long? Okay, this is, disappointment and loss. Okay, that's telling me that the public outcry over this will actually start to... this is going to be disappointing for Donald Trump. He's actually going to have to move to replace Whitaker with, with someone that can actually legally be there. So his hands are actually going to be tied. The Six of Pentacles comes forward... and this is like the loans and help. So Whitaker is there, has been, I think, probably paid some money, because this is the Pentacles, the suit of Pentacles. But this is about loans and debt and help being given. Whitaker's there wholly and solely to help Donald Trump manage the Mueller probe. So, complete and painful endings, and this is in the past position. So, to me, this is what's driving Donald Trump's fears, that Mueller will be his ruination. This could also be Jeff Sessions as well. It's a complete and a painful ending. So I'm thinking that both of those things have occurred in the past too, which have led to Whitaker coming forward. Okay, but what's the potential in this situation is for this Page of Swords, which is the Truth card, coming forward. This is really prying open the truth. Okay, so the potential is the truth will come out about Whitaker. So I don't see Whitaker staying for very long. No, Eight of Swords, bound and gagged. Notice these lots and lots of swords cards coming forward in this reading. Whitaker won't be there for very long. It's going to be a disappointment to Trump. He was put there for the sole purpose of spying on the Mueller probe, providing information to Donald Trump. But the potential is that the truth will come out about Whitaker's role, and again Trump obstructing justice. So I think that the Democrats have flagged that. They want to know why Sessions was fired, and of course why, and Matt Whitaker, they're going to push for him to recuse himself from the Mueller probe. So all of these things now are possible. Now the Democrats have fought back and now control the House. So I don't see Matt Whitaker being there for that long. But there's going to be, people things don't happen miraculously. You know, the media is playing a role in alerting us all to these situations. The Democrats are coming out and, and saying that, this is actually illegal. What he's done is illegal. Matt Whitaker's past comments are coming back to haunt him. As I said, the Democrats have that control of the House. So, and public opinion is against Trump, as we know, and against the GOP. So if they start to push illegality, then there is a full-blown constitutional crisis leading into 2020. Any party that pushes the country into any sort of constitutional crisis is hardly likely going to be elected again, are they? So Whitaker's a real problem for Donald Trump. I don't even know why he did it. It was stupid, very stupid. But, well, I do know why. It's Whitaker is getting information for him on Mueller, okay? But he's not going to be there for very long. Okay, so while Whitaker's there, is he going to actually do any damage? Is he looking for some leverage so that Trump can fire Mueller? Because I think this is what it is. Whatever information he's there to get, it's to corner Mueller so Trump can fire him. Is that the case? Will Mueller be fired by Donald Trump? Okay, the King of Pentacles. I mean, that is Trump there. And this expansion money, the expansion card that came up in the Gillum and DeSantis reading, it's about commerce and money. What's he going to do? Cut off the money to the Mueller investigation? Is that how he's going to do it? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, the battling coming forward in the past position. Well, that's what Trump has always done. He's been trying to shut down that investigation from the word go. And potentially, we asked if he was going to fire Mueller. I don't think he is. I think he's going to try and get at him in another way, and I think it is withdrawing the money. But look, the Three of Cups comes forward in terms of a celebration. I asked if Mueller was going to be fired, and this card is suggesting that he won't. Okay, there'll be enough support there, whatever Trump is trying to do to Mueller, in getting at him via taking away the money to try and shut down the investigation. Whatever he's doing to make it hard for Mueller is actually not going to work, because this is what's going to happen. Enough support will be given to Mueller, and we have the courts and the judge coming forward. So I noticed today that the judges have asked Mueller to provide them with some sort of evidence or brief as to how the Whitaker situation is going to affect his investigation. Okay, so Whitaker and Trump's actions will indeed be judged, and this could be what I'm seeing, that Whitaker won't be there for very long. So I don't know if that's helpful to you, but that's the reading that I've got. Okay. All right, well, we'll leave that there. A couple of readings that, on one hand, that doesn't look helpful for Gillum. I think that Gillum was very much snookered there, because I think something's gone on, and something with the evangelical movement. And then we move to Whitaker, and the cards are saying he won't be there for very long. They will try to do certain things with the Mueller investigation, but they're simply not going to be successful. And watch for the judges who have requested Mueller to present on how Whitaker and the firing of Sessions, because where they're going with this is an obstruction of justice, all right? That's where they're going with it. So this is an active investigation. We're going, those unsealed subpoenas are before the courts, and an action has been taken by the president. So there could well be a judge come out and make a ruling. but we certainly have the Democrats there saying this is unconstitutional. So that is all just going to be like a rolling stone. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger for Trump, to the point where Whitaker will have to go, and he'll bring in someone new. And who is that someone? We'll read on that at a later date. Is it Lindsey Graham, or is it someone else? So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And I'm Marianne. Blessings, and I'll talk again soon. Thank you.